All right, fire away.
What kind of honor was that?
Humbling. It's something to come back here with my family, my wife, who obviously played basketball here, and have my kids around and have Mr. George out there and see that banner. It's pretty special. I'll never forget that.
What did your kids think?
My son wanted to go to the bench right away, but my daughter was really gripping my hand. So was my son. They've been talking about the whole ride up. We woke up pretty early to come down here, and that's something I wanted them to experience as well.
Did they believe that Daddy was good?
No, I don't know. My son's got an old bobblehead where the head falls off, and he kind of kicks it around. So I think that's the only remnants of me playing really with him. But I don't know. I never asked them. We don't really. They come see the football games now, and they're like, "Oh, you're just a coach." I don't know. They think I'm a player ever. So maybe they'll open up the scrapbook.
Do you have a favorite memory?
There's a lot of them. When I come back here and I get to see what this place has really turned into, just seeing familiar faces, Kenny and Mr. Jurich and Rocco and those guys, and knowing what this place is becoming and what it was and where it's going. I mean, it's an amazing thing. And in our locker rooms or our coaching staffs, we talk about our colleges as if we're still there, and it's a prideful thing, and it's great to be part of this thing.
How much has this place changed since you've been here?
It has and it hasn't. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the atmosphere here is fantastic. I thought when I was a player here, the fans, the community, it was one of the reasons why I decided to come back when I did, and never looked back and never regretted it just because of the people here. And I think that's what makes this place great. I mean, people talk about, who've never been here, why is it so special? I think until you experience the people, the community, the city, it's kind of hard to put into words, but once people get a taste of it, they understand why it's so special.
How much
less do you weigh than your senior year?
Well, I've got less pounds and less hair, about 35. Yeah, so when I got done playing, I decided to hit the old treadmill a little more.
Do you have a sense of pride being part of the building process when you see what this program has become?
Yeah, I've been asked that. I mean, when you're part of it, when you're here, you just want to go play football and you want to play for the people, for their teammates and your fans. To see where it's at now, to see all the coaches who've come through and had their stamp on it and all the players, it's just a remarkable and humbling thing just to be part of the tradition that was started way before I was even here.
What's it like to look up and see your name up there?
It's humbling. It really is. I mean, I looked at the other names, and obviously I know some of those people. I know some of the guys who aren't up there, who I think eventually will be. And just to think about all the great players who've been through this program, it's an amazing honor. It's an amazing. I got a text last night from Jay Gruden, and Jay was like, "You beat me to it." And I was like, "Yeah." I mean, it just all the guys, all the support, all the former guys reached out who are here today. I mean, it's a great honor.
What's it like to see this dynamic Louisville offense in person?
I mean, I've seen it on TV. I mean, I know Coach Petrino, been around him, recruited me, was with him with a year. I know how special he is. It was only a matter of time when he got here and what he was going to do with the program, and I think sky's the limit.
What's it like seeing your school in the national spotlight week to week now?
Yeah, it's an impressive deal, especially like I said, on Saturdays if we're at the team hotel, guys are watching the games, the college games. I mean, we're all into it, and to see the Louisville name go across the ticker or see it on TV, I mean, everybody stops and talks about it. So it's definitely a sense of pride.
Louisville's had talent for years, but just a couple of years ago they put 10 guys into the draft, and there are more guys in the NFL now from Louisville. What's it like to kind of see that progression?
Yeah, fortunate as I am to be part of the NFL right now, just going to playing different teams, you run into them. I mean, there is on our staff and on our team in Chicago right now, there's a few. So it's definitely, there's a bond, even though we didn't play at the same time or those things, like there's a respect. It's just really cool to see all the players' success that have come here and done things for themselves and made this program even more proud.
As years go by,
Yeah.
your career
Hi, Eric. How you doing?
Yeah. What do you remember most? What sticks in your mind the most about your days?
Like I said before, I mean, it's the community, it's the fans, it's seeing what this school means to so many people. You didn't have to go here. If you were just part of the community, the sense of pride, the flags that fly, and the cars in front of the yards. Every time I come back here, and I try to come back here as often as I can. I mean, it's just an unbelievable community that, unless you've experienced it or been part of it, and if you weren't fortunate to be part of it, I feel for you. But if you were, you can't really replace it anywhere else or duplicate it.
You were on a team that